Hey folks, Species 7 here, and how's everybody doing on this fine Sunday morning? We're back here at Hagenstadt doing the more realistic mod, and I have finished harvesting our barley. So I'm just going to grab this little horseshoe. Of course there's one hanging at the house, there's one in the chicken coop, and there's one just across the road there. So, and then that one on the hill. So there you go. So we got the barley down. The results, well, compared to the wheat, shut up, rooster. My God, boy. Compared to the wheat, kind of an odd result. Now, I didn't get an exact dollar price when I bought the wheat seed. I think the barley is actually just a hair cheaper to buy. The harvest results were a little weird. In fact, weird in such a way that I'm actually going to do the barley a second time. When I harvested the wheat, I got 3 trailers plus 10% of a fourth, or 3.1 trailers if you would. When I harvested the barley, I got 2 trailers and 70% of a third, or 2.7. Now that's a difference of about 7,000 units, bushels, pecks, whatever they're measuring these grains in. Difference of about 7,000. Now we got the same number of bales, okay? So that worked out all right. We got the same number of bales off it. We got a little less crop, but I think it costs a little less. As for selling, well, currently, if we have a look, we'll see that barley is selling okay. It's consistently less there. Oops, sorry folks, wrong one. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay, we can see it's consistently less there, right? The barley 188 to 206, 126 to 226, quite a difference at the freight yard. If we look here, at the inn, barley is actually selling for more than wheat, and at the mill, it's actually selling for more than wheat. At the port, it's selling for a little more again. So, I think we're actually going to be making up that difference, right? So it would appear, anyway, that we are going to make up the difference. So let's run this load down to the mill. This is my second trailer. Now, a word of caution, although this tractor will haul this trailer just fine, be very, very careful, because with this mod installed, by God, it is easy to flip a trailer. I'm just going to creep out onto this road, because even being slightly off balance, you do take the chance. And then, of course, you either have to reset your trailer and everything else back to the farm, or go and get the front end loader and flip the trailer back onto its feet. I've done both, or its wheels, I guess. I have done both. Oops. Ooh, I almost came into that too quick. There we go. Whew. It is really easy, believe me. And it is difficult to get it back once it starts to go over. I have managed, I think, probably 2 out of the maybe 5 times I have actually rolled it. And yes, I have laid trailers over that many times in this game so far. You see, it's quite, takes a while to slow down. Alright, here we go. Although then again, Hagenstadt is a fairly hilly map. And with this more realistic mod, hills, angles of the ground, etc., they all play a part. And you get used to leaning on the old S key pretty hard at times, and hoping that it in fact is, you see that slope there is considerably more than it needs, and we're accelerating 36, 37, 38, 39, nooey to hit 40. Okay, I leaned on the pedal and got us down to 21 before the end of the hill. So, oh, company. Okay, I'm hard on the brakes. I don't really want to do this corner at more than about 15. Yeah, 12. That worked. Okay, and we made it safely. Lovely. The other thing I decided during this little flop about here as I harvested the barley was that the round baler, I think, has served its purpose. Now, although it works just fine, and because again of the wonderful, more realistic mod and the great bale physics that are now in place, it's really easy to pick up the bales. But really easy and hugely time consuming go hand in hand there, I'm afraid. Yeah. Yeah, even with this big tractor, as you can see, we're being passed by the cars. Yeah, it took about 2.5 hours to bale and gather. So that's, you know, I suppose that's all right, and probably the first few times you've done baling, it's kind of cool. It gets you in practice, gets you good at it. Once you've played this game long enough, and I'm not even going to embarrass myself by telling you how many hours Steam says I've played this, but once you've played this game long enough, yeah, picking up bales is, or even baling itself, gets a little bit dull. So what I've done, I have bought the square baler with the money we got from the bales, and now the money we get from the crops, I'm going to pick up the auto stacker. Where the big difference is going to come in is I don't think I'll be able to use the front end loader to drag the balers around anymore. So this tractor is about to find itself doing pretty much everything on the farm. The small tractor can't manage to pull the trailer. I don't think it manages our new cultivator or our new seeder. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's probably about time to take the front end loader out to the sheep farm. There you can see the square baler. And really start putting this tractor through its paces. Don't think we have much choice, to be honest with you. So, let's go down and grab the auto stacker. As you can see, these fields are completely empty now. We'll go down and grab that and carry on from there. Yeah, barely has the turning radius to make that corner after swooping past that car, I'll tell you. They're nice and steady when they're not pulling anything, but with that trailer behind it, yeah, you don't dare do sharp corners like that, believe me. Alright. Nice parking job, I know. So, let us go to mods by machine type. Go to baling. Plow, sow, spray, spurts, manures, slurry, mowers, windrowers, tedders, loaders, baling. And we are going to buy ourselves an MR Artisan Auto Stack. Ta-da! There we go. Ooh. Talk about parking it right behind the tractor. Wow. There we go. And there's our auto stacker. So our next harvest, and I think what I'm going to do is yeah, I'm going to do barley again, compare the numbers, and then we'll do one more run of wheat, and then maybe we'll start diversifying crops. I just want to make sure of exactly where it is, and I want to get exact dollar figures for seeds. So I think we'll do that. And I think our next purchase, now we're still sitting at 102 grand, but by the time I get the fields planted, we'll be down to about 80, because it does, again, it takes about 20,000, so not a small amount. So yeah, I think our next go around, what we're going to do is probably pick up, start diversifying in so much as how many fields we have. I think I'll pick up 17. To start with, and then we can go 18, 19, etc. if we need to. There we go. And that, I believe, is that. Well, we'll be cultivating, of course, is going to be the next step, and again, the horsepower requirement for our cultivator is beyond what our little front loader is capable of. So we'll be using this guy to cultivate the field. As I say, I think it's probably time to well, no, we definitely don't want to. I was just thinking maybe sell the bale forks, but I don't think we'll want to sell the bale forks because we are still going to need to manually move bales around at the cow farm when we get that up and running. But until we get all the grass gear in place, of course, we're not going to be getting a cow farm up and running. Yeah. We are going to need far more than our little profie hopper to keep cows happy. Although it is still keeping the sheepsies happy, I'll give you that. And there we go. So, let's quickly hop across. Meh. Yeah, that's noisy little sheepers. Keep our sheeps fat and happy. They probably won't take much. It's only been about 4 hours of in-game time, I think. There we go. We're down to 7%, so we do have to fill this. So, I am running a second series. I have started Dark Star 1. Although, I gotta admit, so far the viewership isn't that exciting. It seems if I stray to anything beyond Farming Simulator, people just aren't happy. So, we'll have to see how it goes. But I really like the game. If you're at all into space sims or a different type of simulator from the Farming Simulator, I urge you guys to give it a watch. It's a great little game. You can pick it up pretty cheap, and it's nice and sandboxy, so they're not forcing you into one strict regime. You can go that route, but you don't have to. So, fun little game. Like I say, please give it a watch, guys. And as usual, if you've enjoyed this episode, I'm not going to insist you mash the like button. That will move me up to where more people would see the videos, but hey, people want to watch it, they find their way. But, as I always say, it'd be nice if people would leave comments, because to interact with you guys would be great. So this little guy is full. I'm going to take care of the fields, as I said, replant and harvest some barley once again. And when I get around to doing that, I guess I'll bring up another episode. So, until then, well, take care of each other's folks. This has been Species 7. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and ciao for now.